Hello. So, this is the introduction to my first book in May, but I'm filming it on the second last day of April so that the introduction's done and I can get straight into the reading. That means I need to do for this vlog. And what this vlog is reading popular social. I was gonna call it books that are popular on BookTok, but I don't have BookTok, so I have no idea. And then I was gonna do books that are popular on BookTube, but that probably didn't work either. So I'm just gonna go with books that are popular somewhere on social media. So I have 6 books that I'm intending to read for this challenge, and these are all books that I already owned. So I'm only specifically going for the ones that I own so that I can knock off some TBR books. So the 6 books that I have is Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. This isn't as popular now, but my god, was it popular years ago. So this was a book that was talked about for ages, and then everyone stopped talking about it. But yeah, so I have Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo. I have Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. This one, This one I actually know little to nothing about. I just bought it because I was intrigued by what other people liked about it. And yeah, so I'm not really going to go into what the books are about before I'm actually going to be reading them in the vlog. So I'll go into them when I get to that segment in the vlog. But yeah, I have Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmus. I'm pretty sure this was more of a BookTok than BookTube, but because I don't have BookTok, I'm not sure. But I know that it was popular on a book social media platform. And then I have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. Again, a similar thing. This was I do actually generally know more about this one than I do Lessons in Chemistry. This is kind of a retelling of Greek mythology or something like that. But yeah, I actually like going into books not knowing much about them before I actually start, because I feel like it gives away a bit too much in the synopsis sometimes. But yeah, so I have The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I have Before the Coffee Gets Cold by, I'm going to butcher this, Toshikazu Kawaguchi. Yeah, so this one is translated from Japanese, and essentially it's a time travel, but the time limit you have is you have to be done before the coffee gets cold. And that's all I know about this one. And then I have The Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman. This is probably the only one that I knew something about going into it, or that I know enough about before going into it to have an idea of what I'm in for with this book. But yeah, this book was everywhere. It was on all over social media. Every time I went onto a book feed to find something, this book popped up. But yeah, this book was absolutely everywhere. So I couldn't not at least add it. So I couldn't not add it to this vlog. And the last one I have is Heartstopper, Volume 4. Because this is the only one where it's caught up in the series, I know almost everything about this book going in, or I know about the series. I don't know about this book specifically, but I just love the couple of Nick and Charlie so much. Yes, so I'm going into So I've got this one. And depending on which ones I go with, I might watch a couple of episodes of Heartstopper and Shadow and Bone on Netflix, just to like add a bit of variety to this vlog, because I'm still in the moon bit at this point, and I won't be able to give you any outside of my house or a lot of outside of my house footage. So just to vary it up, I'll probably throw in some initial thoughts of the adaptations that have come from these books. Anyway, that's the opening for this vlog, and I will catch you when I actually start reading them. Bye. Hello, and it is officially the 1st of May. I did a bit of reading of this before I got up in front of the camera. And also I wanted to get some reading done this morning so that I could call something done in case I didn't have it done, because I didn't do it already when I got home. Anyway, I am now one story deep into Before the Coffee Gets Cold. Overall impressions. I wasn't the biggest fan of the first story, and I've liked Japanese writing before. But I just, I don't know, I feel like they could have done more with this story. I'll see how I feel about the rest of them. That might have just been a one-off in that story. But, yeah, initial thoughts. It's well written. Hey! Nope. Hold on one sec. Sorry, I'm back. My cat had decided to get my packet of painkillers. Luckily it was empty, but I didn't want to risk it. Anyway, I forget where I was up to with this. But yeah, initial thoughts. Well written. Enjoying the story. But yeah, could have done more with that first story. And I will insert a photo of me attempting to recreate the cover of this book this morning that I put on Instagram. And yeah, I'll catch you when I've read more about this and have more to say. Bye. Okay, hello. And so it is now a couple of days later, and I finished Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshiko Kawaguchi. This book, I did enjoy it, but I didn't get as emotional as other people seem to get. Yes, I was tearing up, but the problem was, because of how short the stories were, by the time I got into the story and started feeling emotions, the story just kind of seemed to stop. So I feel like if the stories were longer, it might have gotten like a stronger rating. Like, I'm not saying it was a bad book, because it was well written and it was good. I just feel like it could have had more of an emotional impact if either there was less stories in here and they were extended out a bit, or they just made the book longer and allowed the emotion to come through. But yeah. Overall, it's about a 3.5 star. But I'm not saying it was a bad book. I think the next one I'm going to read is The Song of Achilles. Ah, damn it, I just whacked myself in the eye. Pricks myself in the eye. Anyway, yeah, The Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I think I'm going to smash this one out next, because this is the one that I actually think that I'm not going to like as much as the others. But yeah, my next read will be Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, and I'll check in with you guys once I've read something. Bye. Hi. So it is a couple of days later, not sure how long, but I am now 76 pages or 8 chapters in to The Song of Achilles, and I am absolutely loving this book so far. I didn't think I would, because about that. But yes, I am absolutely adoring this book so far. It is about Patroclus, I think is how you pronounce it. He's the main character, and he befriends Achilles, but I'm pretty sure it's going to turn into a male-male romance, which I am all for. Yeah, so I'm loving this book so far. It's well written. The relationship between all the characters is great. And yeah, I don't know, I'm liking this book more than I thought I would. Yeah, so I'm gonna read it throughout the day today. I am going out, but there's a lot of carpool travel back and forth, so I will 100% be continuing this. And I will come to you when I've read more on this. Bye. Hello. So, I haven't been on camera in a couple of days, but I have now finished Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller. I actually quite enjoyed this book. The story was interesting. The characters were well written, and it was a very good story to follow. I can see why some people might not like this book as much, because there is a lot of plot, but not much else. But I don't know, I enjoyed it quite a lot. I enjoyed it more than The Coffee Gets Cold. So far, this is my order for the books. And I think the next one I'm going to do is Lessons in Chemistry by Bonnie Garmis. And yeah, this is the only one that I'm going into knowing nothing about it. And I don't know, I feel like I want to keep it that way just so that I can have some kind of a surprise as I read it. But yeah, so this is my next read, and I'll check in with you guys once I've read something of it. Bye. Hello. So it is the next day, I think, and I am now 40 pages. Oh, that just got bright. Hold on. Okay, and I'm back because that was very high exposure. Anyway, I am now 40 pages into Lessons in Chemistry, so I thought I would give you my initial thoughts. And I did not realize this was historical fiction. I haven't been the biggest fan of historical fiction in the past, but this one seems okay so far because it's not solely based on a specific history event, I guess you could say. But yeah, the main character is Elizabeth Zott, and yeah, I am enjoying it so far, but I haven't read enough to know if I am going to like it for the whole thing. But yeah, the writing style is good. I like the main characters. Normally, I would know at this point if I don't like the characters. But yeah, I like the characters so far, and I'm keeping up with the story pretty well. I mean, yes, nothing's happened in it so far, but I'm keeping up with the story pretty well. So yeah, overall, it's a good read so far. It's Sunday, and if I want to get this video out when I want to, I'm probably gonna finish this and see how much of the Thursday Murder Club I can get completed. I am doing Shadow and Bone as an audiobook, so that wouldn't be fine. Yeah, so I'll finish this, and I'll start the Thursday Murder Club. I may have to carry this over to Monday, and then bring this video out after that. Yeah, I may have to carry it over an extra day on the week, but yeah, so the plan is I finish this and I try and start this one. And then Heartstopper will be quick to read. I can just smash that out after I finish the rest. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Bye. Hi. So it is Monday now, and I finished Lessons in Chemistry. And yes, I'm wearing a blanket around my shoulders because it's absolutely freezing. And it is staying on while it is update. Yeah, so I finished Lessons in Chemistry. I actually really enjoyed this one. It was well written. It was what I expected it to be. And so it was what I expected it to be, but also because I knew absolutely nothing about it, I wasn't like disappointed in the story or anything. But yeah, it was well written, and this was quite a good book. I will It's still early enough that I can probably get a decent amount of the Thursday Murder Club read, and then we'll see what happens after that. Anyway, so I'm going to start the Thursday Murder Club by Richard Osman, and then I'll check back in with you guys whenever I actually have something to say. Bye. Hello! So, it's Tuesday now. This challenge is taking a bit longer, but I have the first book that I don't think I'm actually enjoying. The rest of them have been great. I have loved them, or at least liked them enough to finish. This is the first book that I don't think I like, and I don't think it's the book's fault. I just think that generally this book is too clever for me. I just think that this book is too smart for me. Because I am 32 pages in, but there's been more information dump in those 30 pages than actual like plot stuff. And it's information that I'm expected to remember, or I don't actually know how much of the information is relevant, but it's just been a lot of like information dump, and instead of like having it be stuff that we figure out during the plot. So I just think that this book's too smart for me and too clever, but I just don't like it because I can't keep up with all the information. There's a lot of words at once, and only like 5 pages that have been about the actual murder club. The rest of it has just been information about the environment and stuff. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna finish this one because I just don't like it, and I have no motivation to like keep reading it. So yeah, I'll give it a bit longer, but yeah, if I don't like it by page 50, I'm gonna call it quits on this. Because I have so many other books to read, I'm not gonna waste my time on one that I'm not liking. I'll check back in with you once I get to page 50, and that'll determine, and I'll come back with the next about whether I'm going to continue it or if I'm going to DNF it. But yeah, so bye. Okay, I can't tell if the camera's lopsided, but we're going with it anyway. So yeah, I'm now almost 50 pages in, and I am DNFing this book. Like, it's good for other people, but I just don't think it's a book for me. And so I'm going to call that book DNF'd and pass it on to someone else who would enjoy it more than I would. Now, I have been doing the Shadow and Bone audiobook, and I am enjoying that, but I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give my thoughts about that in this vlog because it's already taken longer than I wanted it to, and I'll make that its own vlog anyway. And yeah, so I'm gonna call this vlog finished here. I ended up reading 5 books. I thought one of them was okay. I really liked 2 of them. One of them I DNF'd. Is that all of them? Yeah, one of them I DNF'd. And yeah, so I ended up completing 4 for this vlog. If I come back to this vlog having finished Heartstopper, I'll give my thoughts for it. But if you don't see Heartstopper, then I've ended the vlog here, and I'll see you. So, if I have ended the vlog here, I'll see you guys in the next one. If you see me back a bit, it's because I have read Heartstopper. Bye. Okay, I am back for this vlog because I finished Heartstopper. I love Nick and Charlie so much, and their story is so cute. I don't really know what to say about this book without spoiling something because it is a continuation. But yeah, this is definitely a 5-star. I love this book so much. And now this vlog is done, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.